In a typical back and forth, President Xi says, "Salute to you, comrades." And the soldiers reply, "Hail to Chairman." The president then says, "Comrades, thank you for your hard work." To which the soldiers reply, "We serve the people."
As you could hear right there, the phrase "serve the people" was written into the party constitution at the 7th National Congress, the Communist Party of China, in 1945. Serving the people wholeheartedly was established as the fundamental principle of the party and the People's Liberation Army.
As President Xi's car rides past each segment of the troops, he greets the soldiers. The troops respond vociferously, paying respect and demonstrating their loyalty. These phrases are used in inspections, parades, and other military gatherings.
More beer.
The PLA views itself not only as the defender of national sovereignty, but as an integral part of society with a direct responsibility to safeguard people's well-being. In peacetime, the Chinese military participates in missions that serve the people's interests, such as disaster relief. And all this has earned them the title, the most beloved people in China.
Just froze the whole thing. That's what happened. I have no idea what happened. That's what happened. Look at that. Thank you very much, my friends. Sometimes things happen. Thank you very much, guys. We have a better rate in the U.S. Okay. I wished. Slava Israel. Yeah.
Now President Xi is heading back to the Tiananmen Wall Street. When President Xi's car rides past the troops, the soldiers shout, "Follow the party's command, fight to win, forge exemplary conduct. Justice will prevail, peace will prevail, the people will prevail."
Here you are, Robotrix. Robotrix. Jim Smith, Slava USA, yeah. We're now at war. Grudga, Russia. Anche se perché non è che tesoro. I'm right here. Wait, right. Great job, thank you. Global. I'm trying to life. I can't get it. If I get out, I don't have to come back and then drop.
Follow the party's command sets the military's political orientation. Fighting to win is the basic function of the military and the fundamental objective of its development. Forging exemplary conduct demonstrates the Army's nature and principle.
Justice will prevail, peace will prevail, the people will prevail. These three phrases were the closing lines in President Xi's speech 10 years ago, when the country marked the 70th anniversary of the victory of Chinese People's War of Resistance against Japanese aggression and the World Anti-Fascist War.
That's the guy. That's my guy. They, they're not mad. They try to gain muster courage. You know, but when you're in a war, you're not. Spirit. Eliminator. No weak diversity. That's true. True, my friends. Until you fight, you don't know how an army would react. So you have all this discipline and you have all this beautiful blah blah blah, but you don't know how they will actually coordinate in a war. You don't know how much energy, how much spirit they would have. So it looks very good, but it could be in a war. It could be degringolado, as we would say in Romania. Like, ooh, what the fuck are we gonna do that now? So it looks very nice, but this is presentation, this is acting, it's not reality. It looks the ability to do, look at them, they are, but I don't know how they would react in a war. That's obviously a different animal. Let's see. Boo, 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 boo. Boo, 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 boo. Can you hear me? Now we can. Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm gonna have it like this. I'm gonna talk like this, like an American. What's up? Can you hear me now? Test. Sing to me till the night grows over. I can sing for you. Come closer. All right. So is it good? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. No half hats. All right. Should hold like this. It was because of the music. Because of the music. Oh, okay. Well, you can reduce sound on same button so we hear you better. Man. My town, Vrsak borders Timișoara. Yeah, okay, I know where it is. Okay, I mean, it is. All right. Photos and history, 200 million man army. Maybe t-shirt, nothing wrong with that. Well, I know how I will make my, I can disclose it. All right. E-meal, I was called e-meal, a-meal, anyway, Gmail, email, all the, I understand, but at least you see, let me give you this piece of information. When I was in Germany or in other countries in Europe, they didn't care how they would butcher your name. In America, these guys are, oh, I apologize. How do you? And they try. At least they pretend they try. Emil, Ishmael, Emil, Wima, and then they don't get it right. But the fact that they try and they pretend to really honestly want it to hit it right, versus the German who said Auslander, fuck off. Okay, well, it's your country. That's true. That's true. Are you a Mormon? No, I'm not a Mormon. No. Can I call you? Can I call you LOL? Yeah, you can call me Viorica. Mormon is Mormon, female. Oh well, Emil T-shirt. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing. Okay. Do you have children? Yeah, I have children. Emil Slime in reverse. Correct. Yes. Alexander Rus. Auslander Rus. Okay, yeah, Auslander. I know what I mean. You know what I mean, right? Everyone, I told you that you look like Al Pacino. Some people told me, but yeah. Yeah, make an G7 baboon march. Do you ride motorcycles? No, I don't, unfortunately. I would like to, but I'm too old for that, I think, to start. I would have liked the dirt bikes. I would have liked the speed bikes. I never liked the Harleys. I thought they were too, I don't know, speed ones and the dirt ones. Probably I would have been all broken in a chair after riding them because I was crazy. I mean, I'm not normal now, but yeah, yeah. It was a joke. I mean, it's more, but I'm not more. Salutări din România, Cojocaru Adrian. Felicitări și multă baftă. Mulțumesc mult să fie. If you're Mormon, I'm a priest. Okay, Emil, you look like the Tuckman's presidents. Tuckman's. All right. No one prosecutes my name right either. Giovanna? How? Pronounces. One of t-shirts. Okay. I had some bikes. Tell us more about your family in the United States with wife, kids. I can't tell you. I tell you why. Not because I don't like you, but we are not alone here. And there's too much information for other people who might have the information already, just so you know. Looking like my buddy Frank. Call me Frank. He actually looks like Trudeau. I've been told that. I've been called that before. I look like Trudeau. Well, I don't know. I don't think Trudeau is an ugly guy. And I love bikes. I love them too, man. You are handsome, Emil. I think I'm a 7. Let's put it this way. I mean, I don't think I'm I'm a 7. I'm okay. I never had. Salut in Toronto. Salutare, Alexandru. They should call you Emmy. It's shorter and easier. Emmy. Ricky Mick. Ricky Mick, I've been called Emmy, but only when I was pumping hard. I'm just kidding. Do you ever think about moving back to Romania on a tank? I will come back to Romania if I have a position of power and control. If I am appointed, I don't want to win elections. If I'm appointed as, I don't know, intelligence services, something in that department, propaganda minister, yes, I will return to Romania. And if the people that I would work with really are patriots, I would return. Otherwise, I don't want to go over there. You know what? Just a second. Wait for me. I have to go and do something. Just a second. Yeah, some physiological needs I have to share with you. We are family, aren't we? Bring Emil. I'm back. Your tube channel on the run. Correct. Well, I know what I was talking about. I drank too much, maybe. Vlach, that's that. Vlach is how the Slavs called the Romanians, the people who lived in the territory of Dacia. But the Romanians did not call them Vlachs themselves. They called themselves Romans from Rome. That's how they call themselves. Or when they got a little bit more diluted, they call themselves Christians. Anyway, so no, I have no intention of returning to Romania unless I change something over there. I have a big grudge for that. All right, here's the underdone truck. Should do more like live, like we can hang out and chat. I'm sorry I can't really talk to you guys, but that's the thing, but the way it is. Vlasi is Serbian from Romania. Vlasi, yeah, have on. Okay. Remember, drink water when you are drinking. Yes, because alcohol dehydrates. That's why you have a headache in the morning if you don't drink that. But I will drink when later. Cheers. In Romania, it was this thing. They didn't have crystal, so they what they did with the crystal, they would put it in a whatever they were putting them, and they wouldn't use them only when it was special occasions. I fucking have crystal. I drink out of them. If I break it, bring another, buy another one. All right, let's see. Do you still own motorbikes or no? I don't have motorbikes, my friend. I don't have motorcycles. I don't have them. Is your razor a Shepherd? I don't know. I need to look for it. I'm gonna lose another. In the morning will soon be the love you and all subscribers in chat. I don't know where it is, but I took some of them. It's not only one. I have like 3 of them, but I know that one because I know when I was a kid, I was crazy about it and looking. Oh my God! Well, let me see what I have a pen that's Lady Shepherd. That's my father's. What is this? Oh my God! No, that's Kron Kronpunkt. Kronpunkt. It's Kron with K. Kronpunkt, and on the back it's what's the other Kron KRHON Punkt. That's the one here. But I have another one here. Another one that's broken. I remember how much they cared about these things. Oh my God, it's broken. They didn't have shit. So this is another one. This is not. This is dull, but the other one is ready to go. I have my father's. My father died. I'm not going to talk more about it. You're going to see me too emotional. My father died, and I have his razor with his hair still there. Whatever. I still have his hair caught in between the razors, and I don't know if he used it last or the people in the hospital used it to shave him. You know what I mean? But that's things that I do, and this is the bag I brought it with, and right now I'm not gonna. Let me show you something else. If we are sharing, when I was a kid, this is what I bought for 450 lei. This is that's how you would do in engineering, because my grandfather had one, my father had one. They were both engineers. Trusa de Compass, Richter. You know what it is? You make project. Excellent fucker. Anyway, you make projects on it. You design. Because that's my family. That's what they did. So they were engineers, and they did this kind of things. And this is Richter, German one. Tralala lululu, original Richter. Zamba jiwe gaba gaba, German. I bought it for me because I thought I would be an engineer, but I didn't turn out to be an engineer. I turned out to be a baboon. All right. Let's see. Compass. Truso de compass, radius. You seem to be a good man, Emil. Well, good and bad. We have both. It's, there was experience jam. I'm here. I don't want to go to bed. So as long as you stay, I'm going to stay here. If you're not, I'll go to bed. I don't like going to bed. That's one thing. I function like this. Oh, I lost this one. I function like this. I function on a 35-hour day. For me, a day should be like this: 20 hours staying around and working and do things, 20 hours. And then if I could go to sleep about 20 or about 12 hours, 14 hours. That's how I function. So I don't know. I look to see on what planet I come from to have this kind of, but no, I didn't. With a sharp razor, advice from a wise man. Do you have your balls? Don't shave your balls. We are staying. Stay, my friends. I'll be here. I don't go anywhere. Baboon. Yeah, baboon. All right, what do we have? Thank you for the live stream. Cheers, Nerad. All right, I can read that one. It's a question in a different language. All right, you look like Bigfoot in the sheep skin. I don't know. I don't know exactly what you mean by that. Cheers, my friends. All right. I like when people take care of things. I'm that way too. Well, uh, there's a connection that I think it is between us and the past. I can figure out exactly what it is, but it's not, in my assessment, a religious one. I can figure it out, but it is something over there. I can't deny that because I've been through some, not by some coincidences. I'm not going to go into. Anyway, I like things. That's why I like to go to cemeteries, not because of a morbid obsession with that, but because when you go to a cemetery, you find the fucking man over there, the bones. That guy, those bones walked around. You know what I mean? That's the guy. So I like to meet the people in person at the cemetery. That's why when I went in Paris, in Père Lachaise cemetery, I went and I saw my friends because you have a photo with sheep fur, I guess. Okay. Uh, like Yeti. I mean, with a sleeping cycle like that, I bet bed happy wife and children tasks and stuff. I bet you had a pretty unhappy wife and kids. I never slept enough, so that affects your how do you call it, nervous system. That's why I'm spazzy. So I never slept enough. I always was I depleted myself of sleep. Not a good thing, but I worked a lot and I can resist. I can stay long hours. I can push myself. Um, and usually in the evening, the rubber, when everyone's asleep. In the evening, for me, it seems like I was always philosophing, writing things, talking, or it seemed like in the night something opened in our brains, and I was deeper than in regular daylight. That's why in the nighttime I do my thinking, I do my decisions. It's something that to me it opens up. Um, Bless your heart, you're a good man. Good and bad. Thank you very much. He he says he has plenty of wives. Um the dead know the one thing we don't. Yes, they do if they're around there. I slept great when I quit being an alcoholic. When I quit being I slept until about 40, and I'm older than 40, obviously. I haven't drank alcohol at all. At all. At 40, 42, I started drinking some wine. But I'm not drinking every day. If I drink every day, I mean, if I drink every day, if I drink something, I drink, look how I am. That's the way I am. This is the most that I usually get. Other than that, I just go to bed. But no, I don't drink every day. All right. The brand can eat itself. Smell it. Yeah, I know it's small. It's deprivation. Being alcoholic, it's a Transylvania thing. I could do days no sleep. You were very moved at Chopin and Enesco. I found that touching. Piano man. Yes, yes, yes. Because in order to create the how do you call it? Um, those the art that they created, you have to feel it. You can just create, oh, let me write for this imbecile something. Okay, sounds good. Okay, let's move it. No, you have to, it's an expression of your feelings. Why? Because I, paint, I write poems, I write things. If you're not in the mood, If you're not hungry, if your heart is not hurt, you're not going to be able to write or create something beautiful. I mean, not beautiful, but something that would resemble the feelings you had. That's why Chopin and Enescu and you just drank a beer. Okay, what did I drink today? I drank that half of a beer, this, which is 9.5% alcohol. Okay. Then I drank a Corona, that is 4 point something. And then I drank one glass of this, which is about 12, because I make it uh, as much as they can. And wine doesn't go, excuse me, doesn't go more than 12% alcohol because the yeast cannot, it dies after 12%. That's why the port wine, you have to add alcohol in it because it dies. And I drank what? One glass of this, which is a small glass. I mean, look at this, put on my face. There's a small glass right there. So I drank one of this, and this is the second one. Is that a lot? It depends. I'm not a big guy, obviously, so I don't have a lot of fat to take care of shit, but I think I'm not slurring words or anything. Maybe I should start sleeping more. Yeah, maybe. I mean, it makes a good name for Romania. Romania showing us Porto, no wine for me. Yeah. So you choose not to sleep? Correct. No, it's not like you choose. I want to do things. I have so many things to do. I really have so many things to do, my friends, that I don't want to go to sleep. For me, going to sleep, this is what I say. I go into unconscious. And then you have to wake up. For me, sleeping is like going to the restroom. You waste your fucking time. Unless I always get a book, do the restroom. I always get my phone or my iPad and I read something. It's a waste of time, the restroom. End of meditation is right there. I don't sleep much, but I have been awake. Okay, good job. The heck with that other guy. Emily is the most interesting man in the world. No, you can't say that because you don't know the world. If you know the world, then yeah, thank you very much for that. I should be happy to hear that. You don't seem drunk. I'm not drunk. I'm not drunk because I'm not drunk. Look, I mean, anyway, people who think a lot sleep less. I don't know. I felt the same. Sleep deprivation is very common teaching technique. I used to drink Jack Daniels. Do you like Jack Daniels? I don't like anything, but I don't. If tomorrow there's no more wine in the world, I'm not gonna drink it. I drink wine with the food. Now it's an exception when I come here and I make videos with the wine. I either celebrate something or I ate. I never drink like right now. I'm drinking because someone said, "Why don't you drink some?" And I'm okay because I know to stop. I'm not like, "Oh my god." So if there's no more wine, I don't drink whiskey. JD is horrible taste like glue. I don't know, my friends. I can't understand whiskey. I can understand that kind. I tried bourbon. I tried Jim Beam. I tried other stuff. I tried Courvoisier and liqueur. I tried cognac. Not for me. Do you drink sake? I drink sake when I go to a Japanese restaurant. Just do it sometime. When I drink plum wine in the Japanese restaurants, I don't drink sake. Sake is, I don't like the taste. Warm, I don't like it. I drink just because I go over there. I'm glad stayed up to see this part of Emil. It's not a slur. It's not drunk. All right. I don't think the other guy could do splits across a creek. Who's the other guy? Would you do without? What would you do without internet? Oh my God. Are you kidding me? I would be probably going in the woods. I would going fishing, hunting, shooting my gun, walking, flying. I have a flying machine. I go biking. I go hiking. I read. I listen to music. I paint. I mean, please, my friends, what I'm doing right now, Putin pays me, okay? What I do right now is a moral duty. That's how I see it. All right? It's a moral duty, which is the passion. But the other thing, I have so many other things. Do you think this is my life? No. And then I have to answer KGB. Excuse me. Yes. How are you today? I mean, come on. But hey, I'm sharing with you. Russian vodka, I don't like vodka. Southern Comfort, I don't like Southern Comfort. Janis Joplin died of Southern Comfort, right? Do you sell yourself short though? You are well versed. I too have been around a lot of blocks a lot of times. Why not know everything you can about all the things you can? You can. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? Uh, Sometimes you need, like the politicians. Sometimes you need the other side to give you a hand. I mean, you do your part, but you need someone else to jump in. If someone else doesn't jump in, you can't force the deal. You can't force. So I do how much I can do under the circumstances I impose on me and other things. But it has to be coming from the other side as well. And you guys are part of that. You guys are part of that. Having a flying machine sounds like quite an achievement. Well, I never wanted to have a pilot license because I didn't want to be covered by the government. So I have a powered paraglider. You know what a powered paraglider is? You fly, you land, it's beautiful. That's what I always wanted. I wanted a hang glider, and then from hang glider I went into a trike. From a trike I went to paraglider, and so on. All right, check. Ha ha ha. Okay, post. New drink scotches. Smoke fine cigars. I don't smoke cigars. I'm weak. I can't smoke cigars. If I smoke, that's why I quit smoking. I smoked in the fifth grade. That means I was about 10 years old. That's when I first started smoking, and I quit in about half of a year, because when I was smoking and I was not inhaling, I got dizzy all the time. So probably I would be smoking like I'm drinking, but because my body is weak, I can't. The same with the cigars. I tried cigars to be cool, but might get dizzy as fuck. Fuck you. I can't do that. So that's with the cigars. I can have it and pretend, but what's the point? I don't like to pretend to be someone I'm not. I think I'm okay. I know people around me. I know what I did. I know where I locate myself in the hierarchy of men, and not necessarily in the hierarchy of money, but what I did. So I look at other people and I said, well, I don't need to overshoot. I don't need to pretend. I don't need to tell you, you know what, man, I was in the special forces in Romania. I did so. Why? Why would I tell you that? I can tell you other things. They're truthful and might seem impressive to some. And some others who've been around the block will be like, okay, move on. What the fuck? Yeah, okay. I've been too. Like in the Foreign Legion. I've been into French Foreign Legion. Me too. So move on. All right, let's move on. Let's see what. Do a video with you paragliding. Mm, 10 years all smoking? Yes, 10 years smoking, RJ. I don't smoke except when I drink rarely. I never took a drug, and I never smoked. I never took a drug. Let's put it this way, like marijuana or cocaine or heroin or anything. You know why? Because I know myself. I'm a guy who, or the philosophy is this: easy to stop before you start, because it's harder to stop after you started. So even when I was offered many times in my job that I have as an investigator, had the opportunity to use mushroom and many other things. I always said no. Why? Because I know myself. I don't gamble. I can stop, but I gamble like $20. I go with $20. Let's go with some slot machines. I played $20. That's it. That's it, man. I don't want to play anymore. I don't gamble anyway. Romania has special forces. Do you call them more as ad? Well, they're called Vânătorii de Munte, and not only. I was offered to get into the special forces at one point, and I was told to do certain things, and I said I can't do those things. I choose not to do. and from special forces in other kind of forces. And I said, no. So no, I haven't been in Romanian, in the keyword Romanian special forces. No, Rock, cheers. Remember, I don't need to impress people to get pussy or to get laid. Just so you know, I don't need to. Can I get some more wine? What do you think? Can I, what do you think? Let's get some more fucking wine. I'm still okay. I'm drinking slowly. Half of glass. Half of glass. How about that one? How are we doing? Norok. Cheers, my friends. Clink. Right there. Or maybe here. Clink. My mother-in-law, one of them, right, used to be like, Crystal. Crystal. Okay. My mother-in-law gave me the dowry. You know what a dowry is? She gave me crystal and she was clicking then crystal, crystal, clinking like I was supposed to be like all in an erection because she gave me crystal. God damn it. I did most of the drugs. Not worth it. Well, if I would know, I would be guaranteed that I would not be hooked on. That's the problem. I would like to experience all the drugs because I want to know. I want to understand. I want to experience. I want to know what's on that side. Not to have fun. I'm happy with my life. Very happy. So from that point of view, I don't need drugs to get me happy. But I would like, as an experiment, as a knowledge experience. What the fucking tennis now? These are gonna just ban me for. Anyway, so from that kind of point of view, I would like to do drugs just to experience, to see what's there. What can I open? The problem is I'm afraid that I will like it. That's a problem. So here you have my father down there. You know them. Father down there. Then over there are two my grandfathers. That's my paternal. That's my maternal. And over there, that's a mafiosi. My paternal grandfather, he was a mafiosi. He was an Al Capone. No, he wasn't. He was a very, very special person that I never met. Fucking fortunately. Not opium. Well, go to visit Amsterdam. No, man, I'm afraid. The Garden of Eden. I tried almost every way back in the day. Try mushrooms. And now I told you why, man. I'm afraid I will get hooked on it and then I fuck my whole life. Why would I do that? For an experience? I know myself. Sodium Pantahol is good. I don't know what that is, but anyway, probably a drug. If on meds, pop, cheers, Norok, my friends. One time has people hooked. Some drugs. You should take chisidone mushrooms. Stop with that. I'm not going to take it. Don't give me any suggestions. What year were your father and grandfathers born in? Snowy? Are you from fucking KGB age? No, it's 13 and 45. You got it? Prop Samuel. Cheers, ABC. The drug addict never had good life. They always end up homeless. Very respectable. Thank you if that was aimed at me. I'm not pushing anything. I'm just saying. Thank you very much. I'm just saying that I know myself and I don't want to. It's hard to fight it then, Emil. Tell me about your investigator job. Did you work for any justice department in the United States? I worked for the state government of Michigan. And I worked as an investigator and I learned a lot, not about the investigation process, but about the system, the judges, the high-ups, the head office, the police officers, the detectives. I worked with them in doing investigations, and it helped me a lot. And I want to share with you, and that's not bragging. When they close the door to the people over there, it's a clique of motherfuckers that fuck one another, drink, and have orgies. I've been offered so many times to join them, but I didn't, because that's not the way I fucking am. If I want an orgy, I invite you to my orgy. I don't come to your orgy. Do you know about Tartaria? Do you mean the plaques from Tartaria? The plaques? Tartaria, I heard about it. Yes, Emily, very respectable. Okay, thank you very much. It's all dope. I was drug addict 15 years, and thank God I'm clean last 20 years, but I am one in a million. Good for you, Emily CIA. I think it's beneath CIA. Eye closer. I love porchy mushrooms. Knocks you out in flavor. Just got here. What did I miss? Anything important? No. Go back to sleep. Good job, Bogo. All right. I mean, Emil, lives like a bohemian with crystal glasses. No, I was not a bohemian. I was very disciplined, organized. I didn't like to be a disciplined, organized. That's why I got smacked so much. But anyway, Empire Tartaria. No, I know Tartaria were those plaques in Romania found. It was a culture called Tartaria. Tartaria. So maybe we're talking about two different things. I don't know what you're talking about. Tartaria. I mean, what? I'm making the wrong accent here. Emil, can I ask you questions? Be honest. Do you read the comments people leave your daily post on YouTube videos? And if no, why not? Do you know how many? Do you, again? No, I can't. I can't possibly read all of them. I thank you very much. I have other people who pick some of them and send me. I can't. I tell you why. Besides the 5 to 7 videos I'm making right now daily, which I used to make 15 before, I have many other things that I do that you don't know about and live my life. So how much time do you think I have? I would like to, because I like to interact with you. You put passion in your comments, you ask me questions, and I feel as an asshole not even fucking reading them. I feel guilty. What am I supposed to do? Get my Ruger out and blow my Kopf? No, I'm honest. I can't. I do not have time. I do not have secretaries to do that for me. But still, someone has to read them for me. I receive text messages from friends that, hey, this is a. Sometimes I read them just because when I get in my program here, sometimes I read some of them. I do not have time. I apologize for that. I don't have time. And not because I'm drinking or fucking. It's not that. I mean, sometimes, but you know what I mean? You ever been Frank's attitude? Huh? You even have Frank's attitude. Are you the guy, JR? Is that you who told me that I look or I act like your brother who died? Is that you? If it's you, that's me, my friends. No rock. All right. It was someone who made a comment that I remind him of his brother, dead brother, and I remind him in many. So I don't know if that's the same person. Hail, Will Bobich, I salute your contribution to parade today. Boom. It's impossible how much. Okay. Do you know of the philosopher Emil Cioran? Yeah, I know about. I've been to his grave. Emil Cioran is buried in Chicago. Yeah, I read about him. Emil Cioran. I mean, I have some hard time under Ottoman Empire and much of the Slovenia. We were fucked by everybody. Why? Because we were weak. That's the way it is. Uh, I like your great work every day. Merci, Emile from Quebec. Thank you very much, Simon. Emile. Hey, Dirk Digger. I thought you were gone. You're back? Emile's decor looks very Hungarian. Boss Mag, be careful. I don't know. I like Hungarians. I have no problem with them. I mean, what do you know about MK Ultra program and LSD? Yeah, I know about that. I know about that. China military. Where are Rocky and Bullwinkle? I know what you're talking about. Sorry. All right. What do we have here? Prime Minister, just order food before you sleep. Order food? What the fuck are you talking about? Or I don't order food. I make my fucking food, man. I make my food. I order food. I order food only when I'm in other situations I can't disclose. I don't order food. I never order food. I think in my whole life I ordered 5 times pizza. And no, I don't order. Thank you. All right. Let's see what I say. Just order food. No. Jar and no, you look like my buddy Frank. Okay, thank you, Jr. Jr. Like from the Ewings. No, okay. We who watch ever your videos, it's impossible. You have life. Not only that, you have Bethlehem Cadbury. No, what happened? With what? A Romanian college stayed working for us. Emil, what do you think about Greta Thunberg going on to the flotilla? She's fucked. She's gone. As I said, remember when I was talking about the Eye of Sauron and the orcs? They're gonna get her. Once she's gonna attack the Jews, she's gonna be toast forever, which she is. They propped her up because she was playing a role. You remember when that imbecile, click click, Putin, said that unfortunately they use a child? That's exactly what he said, Putin, about Greta. They use her. And once she's not going to play the role and she's not going to be useful, they're going to toss her to the dogs. By the way, my grandfather's last words, that guy over there, when he died, were acum mă puteți arunca la câini. Now you can toss me to the dogs. Very nice. Fuck me, Freddy. You look like my father when he was at your age. He was a parachute instructor in the army in Romania. Ricky, Mick, okay? Thank you. Thanks for all your work, Emil. Good night, night owls. All right. See you tomorrow, whenever. Do you have some grapes to make jam? I don't make jams. That's for women. Concord jam is great. I don't make jam. Women make jam. Are you a secret agent? Aren't you, Emil? Yeah, and I will disclose right now. Come on now, fucking JR. Yes, and I'm going to give you my badge number. It is 394 to fuck off. No, it's not, my friends. Ask questions. You can do this. I mean, I'm a little bit but I still keep my mouth. You know what I mean? You're a cool dude, Emil. Okay, Maki, you are right. Where you are on with Ceausescu was around in Romania. I was over there. I know exactly where I was when he was shot. You can hunt what you eat, just not the trophies. Okay. Best grandpa. A what? A what? Dirk Digger. Thank for answer. You're welcome. I'm sorry. I'm trying to read as many questions. I'm gonna. All right. Zdravo Emil. Opa. I can't. I don't know what it is. Emil, what's your prediction for Russia, Ukraine, Venezuela, Europe, and China? They have to get an understanding. These guys do not break the line, which is the second club. No, will not. Will not. Emil, thanks for the contact. Best news channel. Thank you very much, my friends. Where's Putin? I don't know. Maybe he gets laid this time. He's very important. Yeah. I can't tell you. I changed my mind, like the Americans would say. Change my mind. Okay, got it. Thank you, JR. Making your own food is rewarding, almost realistic, and a good source of health maintenance. Women make jam, lol. Yeah, where I'm from, women make jam, not men. And if a man would make jam in Romania, that means either she doesn't fucking know how to make jam, that means she's not a gospodina, she's not a good, right? At least maybe she's good at fucking, right? If a man makes jam in Romania, that means if she can't, that means something wrong with her. And or he's a pussified guy and he likes jam and he's like, all right, I'm not gonna fucking make jam. Yeah, he works for Mossad. Yeah, the Mossad will hang me my balls somewhere in the East Jerusalem. I'm kind of zoomed to Zna on Srpski. Emil, I for once love your accent and your cadence and your delivery. Thank you for covering almost everything that your media will not. We have 90% of same source, by the way. Thank you very much, Lauren Erickson. All right, cook a steak on a rock on your property. Well, I bought a tent. I'm in the process of getting there, buying a tent with those wooden stoves that you use stoves, and I'm gonna make some videos from my property over there. So there are some people that I sometimes watch making videos like that. You see me at my fire stove until I build my steeled house. My house is gonna be 10 meters. That is about 30 some feet high. That's where my house is gonna start. I'm gonna make videos. You're gonna see me. You're gonna see me. You can show down cheat speed if you wish. You can slow down chat speed if you wish. I know it's like 60 seconds or something, but every time I get in the chat, it's like I'm like lost. So they finally got to Odessa. We're cooking. You are hilarious, Jam. Emmys. You ever seen a UFO? No. Odessa video, really? Okay. Good morning, frate. Cheers from Serbia. No rock. Where wine is working. Yes. Emil, do you ever get tired of being right? I'm not right. Sometimes I make mistakes. Not being sarcastic is the truth. Many times I have watched you in order to go to bed, knowing that you're on the wire makes me feel better. My friend, uh, it's very easy. It's like you hook to the reality. Once you get hooked to the reality and you understand the dynamics, and you know how a person would react, why based on previous experiences you can predict. I think I can predict most of the time with about 95% accuracy. Why? I know. It's like you tell me right now, why do you think um, what's her name, Ursula von der Leyen, will meet Putin? Yes, she will suck his cock. The first option. If tomorrow she received the order to suck Putin's cock, she will do it. And nothing happened. If a day before she said Putin must be hanged by his balls, and if the next day she received the order to suck his cock, she will do it. So it's very easy to anticipate certain moves. It's easy. You know who she is. She's a mollusk. You know what a mollusk are? Has no vertebra, no backbone. That's what these guys are. And these guys in charge of our Greco-Roman civilization. Glasses. Fuck me, Freddy, man. It's unbelievable. You can't have that. It's easy, my friends. He stands out from the YouTubers. Well, I don't know. I'm enjoying this still. Thank you very much, Moki. KKKKKKK. Did you want to stop at 3 or you wanted to go to 7? He had a foul mouth. Well, when I curse, just so you guys know, when I curse, I want to emphasize something. All right. For instance, I don't know if you watch me interviewing, for instance, Jared Taylor or Kevin McDonald, or speaking with the Alexander Mercouris or Alex Cristoforo. Have I said one curse? No. Why? Because I control myself. I know who I am. I know what I can do. Do you think that I edit my videos? I don't edit my videos. What you see over there, that is from the heart, or from the balls to the heart to the brain. And before it gets to the mouth out, since I don't edit, it's already censors 1,000 times before of the YouTube. That's training. I'm not an agent. I'm just kidding, my friends. Tomorrow I'm going to have FBI. Mr. Kosman, we have a warrant. Where's your laptop? Fuck you. I ate the information last night. Greetings from St. Petersburg. Cheers. Ura, Romania. Were you in the Nuremberg in Franconia? I was born in Franconia, but I live in Thailand. I haven't been in Nuremberg. I want to go to those parades. You know what I mean? In Nuremberg to see where those guys stood and where the certain things happen over there in Nuremberg. My virgin ears. Sorry, you want me to pop your cherry? Puck. Fuck off. There you go. Pop them. Yahusha, love you all. All right. Okay, what do you have? At Javona, because you're around Serbs and those who think similar one. Okay. Curses happen. I let it go, my friends. I'm under control. I had to work overtime, Emil. Sorry, I missed mode. No problem. No problem. We're here. We're here. You speak from the heart. I always was like this. And then, I was since I was a child, I was a very honest child, very sincere child, very honest child. But these fuckers, the adults fucked my future. And that's life. They destroyed a good human being, turned it into not a human being. the adults, the life. Because you say, how in the hell, where are the bad guys? How did life is bad? Like, oh, the world is bad or something. It's not that. Weakness creates these lies. Weak people. So yeah, I was when I was a kid, but now I have a little bit more of a weasel. I don't like it. Um. Anyway, if you people like us would come back to help the country, there may be a miracle. No, no, there's too many of them, and the rules are made for them. You're so funny. Okay, no one makes jam. It's my mom makes jams. Mom-in-law make jam. One of them, anyway. I remember. I remember when I went to run down the sand hill, Emil. Such a smile on your face. That is life. That is life. I do crazy things. I did crazy things. I'm still alive. That's something. Like my mom used to say, God love. There's a God for stupids. When you see the drunks like going all around and not dying or something, there's a God for stupids. So I think I have my own, I know, divinity somewhere. Homemade jam is different. It is different. Yes, I remember when you went right down the sand here. Yes, yes, you should make Luxardo cherries. Yeah, I drink cherry wine. I will hire Emil as my personal bodyguard. I'm too old, my friends, but I can figure things out. I don't have to be the one grabbing the guy. I'm the guy who's going to tell you who's going to be the guy approaching you. I can say anything on Vlasky. Making jam. Okay, look at the jams. Are you guys stuck on jam? Are you hungry or something? Jam. Okay. Still jam is rather. Again, Emil, make jam for relaxation. Microphone. What's a microphone? Oh no, LOL. True, your mother is right. Well, my mom is right. She was right, but we try to teach our children as much as we can with our experiences. When I was a kid, my parents scared me off bars when I would put drugs in drinks. Are you a woman? Padrag Petrovic, you're a man. Where they put drugs in your drink, never found those bars where they it for free. Yeah, okay. I want some cherry vino. I drank some. It's good, but do you have a vegetable garden? No, but I will have. I would like to have garden. I never garden, but I would like to have it. Yes, Emil, bless your heart. Thank you very much, SS7. Bravo, Noel. We are in a jam. Yes. Pump up the jam. Okay. Uh, Growing up, family made fudge and root beer soda. Are you American? Love the way you are thinking. Darinka, Serbian fan. Thank you very much for being with us here, my friends. My parents tried their hardest too. Well, if you love your child, you want your child to be having the best weapons he can have to succeed in life. Therefore, you try to give advice. That's what it is. And you try to give the advice based on your wisdom you accumulating along your life. And obviously we make mistakes, we have different approach, we have different way of seeing things, and you give a child an approach. You know what, if that someone tells you something, you punch him in the face, and your child is a pussy. He's not going to do that. But you with big balls, you would do that. That's how you live. But your child being a he's not going to do it, so your advice is going to go garbage. All right. Love the way you are thinking. Thank you very much. Yeah, they try, man. Someday marry Emil. Somebody marry Emil. I don't want that. I want love, but I want too much. He have wives and kids. Physical is hard. God is always a good instrument. I say in hand. Bună dimineața din România, Emil, Maria, Ida. Bună dimineața. Thanks, my friend, for your opinion, but I totally disagree on royalty. What do you mean, de somera? What do you mean on royalty? Give me some. It's Father's Day soon, Emil. Have a good one. Thank you very much. Emil, does curva mean the same in Romania? Curva? Yeah, curva is a woman who fucks men. Kurva. Do you think? Do you have a shirt sponsor? I don't. I had anyway too much trouble to marry. Nowadays, yes, you're supposed to marry to have a companion that will help you in the hardship of the world and life. Unfortunately, since in America, in the Western world, I don't need to put up with your shit. I can make it on my own. Well, your economic freedom gave you this attitude. In other countries, alone is harder, much harder than with someone. Therefore, you sometimes close an eye to the spouse's garbage and so on, because you know that without the spouse, it's going to be much harder for you and your children. Therefore, you stay together. Here, I don't need to put up with your shit. I changed my mind. Fuck off. That's why you have the rate of divorce in the Western world like 51% or something. All right. I would never think Emil would be married twice. He seems like the kind of guy. Who's that? John, the accountant. John, shut the fuck up. Don't say no more, motherfucker. He seems like a kind of guy that learned from his mistakes. Anyway, it is a curve in the road. Yeah, curve. All right. Budic got it right. Emil, do you play any musical instrument? When I played in, he played very well right there. My father, I played piano, but I'm not an expert or anything like that. I play bass guitar, but nothing like. No, I don't. I can't say I master an instrument. I like to sing with the voice, but oh my God, I'm not gay. You. Oh, kurva. Okay. I have got stuck here. Have to go, bud. All right. 99% of people ignore that the global shit. My understanding is that you are separate and single at the moment. Well, SS7, I can't give you too much information on that one, unfortunately. Because you see, if I'm married and I tell people I'm married and I have 15 children or so, I expose myself. I don't want to expose myself. I don't want to expose them. Me? Jesus Christ, second time. I'm getting drunk or something. Me? Right there. I don't care. That's why I'm here. I don't care. If it's me, I don't care. The problem is these guys try to get to you through them. So, that's weak people. This is what they do. Emil, make me flinch. What did I say? Stay strong, stay smart. Boom. Where is that from? I tell you where that is. Someone said here, Damo. I like your mantra. Stay strong, stay smart, look for truth and be just. Where's that from? That is, for me, it was I don't have a tattoo because I never stopped. I said, okay, this tattoo I wanted to die with. I was afraid to make a mistake and then try to remove it. So for me, that is the absolute of reality. It came from me. I thought, okay, what do I want? How do I get to the point of finding and what do I want to be? What do I want to do? I said, stay strong. You have to be strong. Stay smart. You have to have the information. Then, right? Get smarter. Look for the truth. That means look for as much truth, as much information from an objective point of view. And then after that, you do the Odysseus way. You distribute justice eventually. You can't just know, hey, that guy is wrong. That guy must be punished. But you have to understand, how did you get to know that guy is a bad person or something? So that's how I came to with it myself. That's me. You can fall in love even if you're 80 years old. Rests, yeah, you can go. Yeah, that's true. So that's a yes. Stop asking now. Okay. I don't know about why, but would you ever consider moving to Russia if things go downhill in a major way? Yeah. I would like, but I don't want to move to Russia just because I want to be moved to Russia. I want to do something beyond me. I want to do things outside of me. If right now I can just retire, I don't want to retire. I have something to do. I have some things to do. So no, I will move to Russia. Tell Putin to call me and I will go and work for him. I'm just kidding, just kidding. Anyway, God bless you, Emil. Thank you very much, Dennis Sabo. Are you Hungarian, Dennis? Truth is light. What? Okay. Yeah, every day must advance and get better and better. Yes, love it, Damo. Okay. Okay, I got my PPL in Fort Worth. However, foreigners aren't allowed to fly privately in Thailand. I don't know. Emil is sportsman, old school, love life. Thank you, Emil. You rock. Thank you very much. Stay strong. Stay for. Look for the truth. Be just good. Thank you very much. T-shirt. I already know what I'm gonna do. I am working on a T-shirt, but I can't tell you right now what I'm gonna do. Hey, Emil, are you brewing your own wines from fruits? Only from grapes. Grapes. I made from apples last year. Do you believe in any conspiracy theories? What's a conspiracy theory? A conspiracy theory is when people get together and plan. That's a conspiracy theory. A conspiracy when you, but it's not true. So of course, people when I go to buy my wine, not wine. Let's say I would buy a steak from groceries. I conspire to do that. I look at my time, I look at my car, I see if I have gas, if I have the money with me, if I have my gun with me always. If I go to what store do I go? I conspire, I plan. Yes, I believe in conspiracy theories. Theories. That is a word invented by FBI to shut us up after Kennedy's assassination. That's the conspiracy. That's where it came from. The same with 6 million. I'm not going to go into that. You already work for Putin. I think I work for the truth. And if my life and my narrative here or whatever I'm doing is aligned with Putin at this time and tomorrow with Trump and the next day with so be it. It's not one person who owns the truth. It's not one person who holds the truth. Like here, we are the best. We never did anything. It's just baboonish to think that way. That's why when you have Republicans and Democrats in a society, you have to mix them. You have to borrow from both sides depending on the circumstance. Oh, I'm not going to save them because that's not the Republican way or the conservative way. But the fucking population is dying. What are you going to do? So you have to adapt. The same here. I'm working for Putin because I say certain things that I think he's right. Sometimes Xi Jinping is right. Sometimes Ursula von der Leyen is right. Sometimes Zelensky is right. I'm not afraid to say that because I don't care about the messenger. I care about the message. That's the way I am. Wines are not. Oh, okay. Connotation. Coach bitter pill. I can coach many things, but you are honest man. Well, I don't like to lie. For me, lying is really pain. It hurts me when I lie. Yeah, I lied before, and I will probably lie in the not probably certainly lie in the future. It hurts me. I don't like lying. It stays right here in my head. It's against my, I'm buzzed. Sorry. You are buzzed? What the fuck I talking about? Who are you? 72, Marshflower, 15. Wake up, motherfucker. Yeah. What is your favorite whiskey? I don't drink whiskey. Truckers in Russia are carrying guns. In America, you can't. I worked as a truck driver, and I didn't. My father told me to not get tattoos, and I listened. He was right. I would put Vlad. I started with Vlad as a child, and Vlad would be the only, Vlad the Impaler, obviously, would be the, I'm looking for a book, would be the only one that I would really have a tattoo about. Oh, fuck. This is the only guy I would have a tattoo on my, I don't know exactly, on my forehead or something. But other than that, I will not have any tattoos. I will not change my mind on Vlad ever. I will change on other things, but on Vlad, never. He is justice. What is your favorite? Okay. My father, okay. Dark liquor wrecked the body. Your closing comments to every video speaks volumes. You are a good person, Emil. Keep doing videos. Thanks very much. As long as these guys can allow me. Can be wrong all the time. No, it can't be wrong all the time. Depends where in Europe here, and knife isn't irregular police. Pop, pop, pop. Lying degrades us. It depends if we have values, right? Nice. I got a PPL in Fort Worth. Okay. You can carry a gun as a truck driver. Use it as a different story. Christian Sieminski. In America, I knew that I couldn't carry a gun. I would have liked to very much. Anyway, all bus drivers I met in Israel were carrying. That's a different stories. They have more freedom than we have. Well, that's a different story. No tattoos, but the only one. Oamenii care apără doar adevărul ajung să nu facă parte din niciun grup și să fie izolați de ceilalți. Correct, but you know, they're always going to find people who are going to resonate, vibrate to you as a human being. And those people, once they start vibrating, and not vibrating like, you know what I mean, resonating, because it's a different dimension. You meet that person on a different level, different wavelength. You're never going to break away from that person because you found something that you don't find every day. I don't know if that happened to you, but all right. You can carry a gun as a truck driver using a different story, okay? All right. Vlad Impaler, correct. On his forehead. Wow, thanks, Emil. Trust Jesus. If that helps you, my friends, and make you be a better person, be a religious person, I have no problem with that. I'm not. I like Emil, his sense of humor. It's always good to hear your perspective of what is happening in geopolitics. I don't know. I didn't sit down to analyze myself regarding how good or how bad I am, or I just say things. The way I feel it, the way I think it's right. And if someone tells me I'm wrong and it gives me any evidence, I'm all for it. Thank you very much. I want to be better. Canada is tough on fire owners. Yeah, of course. Yes. All right. Well, pe de altă parte, doar oamenii puternici pot fi singuri. Yes, only people who are kind of, you know, have to be strong to be surviving and staying on your own instead of needing always someone giving you something, owning you something. All right, my friends. It seems like you are, or at least I don't see any more comments here. So, how your mind charms and spits, or your sort of close comes and humor. Yeah, I have to have one tattoo. There's a guy where I live whose tattoos all over, including his face. Well, I think people. Anyway, I'm not going to go into that. Maybe it's not the right time. So thank you very much, my friends. It's time to. I have to use the restroom. It's midnight. I have to go in. Vampire, turn to vampire now. Thank you very much for staying so long with me. Thank you very much for joining me, and thank you very much for watching my videos. And I wish so much that I could meet all of you, my friends, face to face, good or bad. But I would really like to do that, but we can't do it at this point. So, cheers, norok, na zdrowia, prozit, prost, kampai. That's about all I know. And norok in Romania. Thank you very much for being with me again today, my friends. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just. I'm closing, my friends. Cheers and good night. Ciao, my friends. Bye-bye. Let me see how I stop this one. End stream. Adios, amigos. Sayonara. Ciao. See you tomorrow.